A lesson in scone making. First of all, I'd like to say I've washed my hands, we've wiped down the surfaces so it's all nice and clean. I know things are scarce at the moment, but all you need are a few ingredients. Some milk, 1 egg, some self-raising flour, caster sugar, granulated sugar is fine, margarine, and here are the utensils. So let's begin. Here are the list of ingredients. First of all, we're going to prepare the baking tray. I've got silicone paper on here. If you haven't got that, grease it and flour it. We're going to turn the oven on to 200 fans, gas mark 7 or the equivalent. Now here we go. We've got the margarine and the flour in here. Normally I make it in my mixer, but I thought, well, I'll do it by hand for those of you that haven't got a mixer. Whilst my hands are still clean, I'm going to crack the egg into a measuring jug. Now this is the most important part. You don't drop the shell into the egg, obviously. So you put the egg in first, and then you measure the milk up to half a pint or the equivalent. Let me have a look. 284 ml. So that's most important, that you put the egg in first and then make it up to half a pint. Now we're going to go in with our fingers, rub the margarine into the flour. Gosh, I haven't done this since my school days. So we're doing this until it reaches the fine breadcrumb stage, a bit like when you make pastry. So it seems very strange doing this by hand. It'll be amazing. Notice all the rings have come off. My hands are naked. Okay, then you can see that this is fine breadcrumbs. I'm going to add the sugar, mix that in. Now here comes the messy bit. Add the egg and milk, and best thing is to work with this as quickly as possible, with it being self-raising flour. Mix it round, and by the end of it, when you've got it into a ball, it should feel a bit like putting your hands in a bowl of porridge. It's a very sloppy dough, but this is what makes them nice and light. So mix it round until it just comes together in one ball, like so. Nearly there. My hubby, Stephen, who's doing the camera work at the moment, has just commented that I would make a good Fanny Craddock, he said. For those of you that would remember Fanny and Johnny. Right, it's come together in a ball, like so. Don't over flour the work surface, because you don't want to be adding more flour into the mixture. So a light scattering, like so. Tip it out onto the floured surface. Little more flour on the top. No need to roll it, just pat it out. I'm using a medium-sized cutter, and the actual scones need to be cut to the depth of the cutter. So here we go. Dip it in the flour, stop it from sticking, press down. What we're aiming for is about 10 scones out of this mix. Bring it back together. I've managed to get 9 out of here, and notice how they're spaced out because they will spread. As soon as possible, get them into the oven, and these are going to take about 18 to 20 minutes in the hot oven. In you go. time to clear up. Okay, time to have a look to see if they're cooked. Just press them in. Absolutely marvellous. Here they are, nice and golden. What I didn't say earlier, if you'd like to make cheese scones, omit the sugar and add a good handful of strong grated cheddar cheese. You can also add some herbs if you wish. I did some the other day with fresh chives. I've recently picked some wild garlic, that would go nice with cheese. Some paprika, cayenne, sky's the limit. Enjoy. Now there's going to be a debate whether it's cream first, jam first, butter. On mine, I like butter then jam, or jam then cream. I've got some homemade raspberry and homemade strawberry, but I bet you've all got your favourites. You could also add to the dried mixture any dried fruit of your choice, cherries, sultanas, raisins, mixed fruit, maybe some mixed spice. In the next video I'll be doing some simple to make bread, no bread maker required, no machine, just put it in a bowl or a measuring jug and mix by hand. Very, very easy, very quick to make. Enjoy.